Yo, what it do, man? What going on, good people? How y'all feeling? So, man, happy Juneteenth, 2025. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. And this video we about to get into, pretty sure y'all can see the title at the top. Debunking the myth of the party switch. What really happened? Because everybody tell me the party switch. And I tell them the party then switched. Then switch. But everybody still insists the party switched. And if you don't know what the switch is, the party switched pretty much from the Democrats used to be the racist ones, but they switched over to be Republicans. And the Republicans was the good ones, you know what I'm saying, the Democrats of today. But now they done switched over to the Democrats, and y'all get what I'm saying. But anyway, people always saying that the party switch. Like, I'm about to show y'all something. If y'all got about, let's say, the video 16 minutes. And I might stop it a couple times, you know. So I was about to cuss, so I had to stop myself. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm stop it a couple times. Probably put my input on a little something. But if y'all got time for Juneteenth, you know what I'm talking about, y'all ain't doing half y'all ass ain't got no damn job anyway. So y'all ain't doing nothing else. But roll you up a blunt. Pour you a little drink. I know it's the morning time. Or whenever, because I'm shooting it. What time it is? It's 4:22 in the morning. It's 4:20, so you got to do this. Yup. But, yeah, man. I hope y'all. I think this something all black people need to watch. Because a lot of black people, I hate to say it, but a lot of y'all woke, but y'all still sleep. Sleep as hell. Y'all dreaming. Y'all pretty much, y'all dreaming like a motherfucker. So this video pretty much gonna break down to you what happened. And it's more than, and you can find this anywhere if you actually look it up. The party did not switch. The party still go by the same views and policies that they went when it started on today. Like, nothing switched but like two dudes that left the Democratic Party and went to the Republican Party. And you had a lot of Democrats pretty much to form the Independent Party because the Democratic Party was just doing too fucking much. And the only reason the Democratic Party has been successful as they is was because of black people. But I'm gonna let the video break down to y'all, man. So I'm about to go ahead and kick it out, man.
This is the story of one of the most controversial theories in American political history, the party switch. One of the great and often repeated myths in American politics is the great switch of the two primary political parties. One question often arises: how did the party of Abraham Lincoln become the party of the Southern conservative base? How did Democrats go from the party of segregation and lynching to the party of civil rights? Was there in fact a complete ideological switch? Let's clarify this situation. Was there really a full ideological switch between Democrats and Republicans? Today we're going to break down the facts and the fiction behind this idea. What is the party switch theory? What is the historical reality? When did this supposedly occur? Was it ever true? Hello, I'm Colin Heaton, former history professor, Army and Marine Corps veteran, and welcome to this episode of Forgotten History.
Roll up, y'all gonna need it. Y'all gonna need a shot after this.
The theory suggests that Democrats and Republicans swapped ideological platforms during the 20th century, especially on issues like civil rights, race, and the role of government. In this version of history, the Republican Party supposedly embraced the policies and voters of the old Southern Democrats, while Democrats claimed to have transformed into champions of civil rights and minority causes. The Democratic Party, as we know it, was shaped by Andrew Jackson, a populist but also a slaveholder. The Republican Party, founded in the 1850s, was the party of Abraham Lincoln and born in opposition to the expansion of slavery, but not the abolishment of slavery. Please see our videos on Jackson and Lincoln. After the Civil War, Republicans pushed Reconstruction policies to protect the rights of freed black people. Meanwhile, Southern Democrats created and enforced freed Civil War. Please see our videos on Jackson and Lincoln. After the Civil War, Republicans pushed Reconstruction policies to protect the rights of freed black people. Meanwhile, Southern Democrats created and enforced Jim Crow laws, maintaining segregation and opposing civil rights for African Americans well into the 20th century. Even Democrat President Woodrow Wilson was a staunch racist who wanted complete government control and created the Internal Revenue Service with the 16th Amendment in 1913 and the Federal Reserve to take
So a Democrat gave us the IRS. Damn.
more money from Americans. By the 1930s, under Franklin D. Roosevelt, the Democratic Party began courting working-class voters, including northern black communities, with programs like the New Deal. But FDR did little to nothing to improve race relations in the South and refused to support anti-lynching legislation or desegregation of the military. He confiscated gold supplies from Americans, and he had the opportunity to desegregate, confiscate anti-little to nothing to improve race relations in the South and refused to support anti-lynching legislation or desegregation of the military. He confiscated gold supplies from Americans, and he had the opportunity to desegregate the military and allow the immigration of Jews under persecution from Germany and Austria, and he refused. See our videos on FDR. The Democrats also supported labor unions, which the Republicans in general saw as a communist attempt to control effective business practices. The Northern Democrats tended to be supportive of civil rights for blacks to gain their support away from the Republican Party, which was business-friendly and pushing for limited government involvement, but this divided the Democrats. Southern Democrats remained fiercely segregationist, while Northern Democrats grew more supportive of civil rights, causing growing tension within the party. The 1950s and 60s pressure mounted. Northern Democrats supported civil rights legislation to secure black votes, while Southern Democrats resisted fiercely, trying to block blacks from voting. Senators like Strom Thurmond and Robert Byrd, the latter a former KKK member, and see our video on him, were both Democrats.
And I'm pretty sure, I know y'all had heard of Robert Byrd before. And I got a picture of Robert Byrd and Joe Biden in a parade or something. I forgot what I got to find it. But I'm going to post it right here when I do, so y'all can see. But yeah, there you go.
Democrats who led the charge against civil rights from within the Democratic Party. The other major opponent to civil and voting rights for blacks in the South was Texas Senator Lyndon Baines Johnson, the future president, who, along with Democratic Senator Robert C. Byrd of West Virginia, fought tooth and nail to keep blacks from receiving legal recourse under the Constitution. Senator Byrd himself had, in the early 1940s, legal recourse. Byrd of West Virginia Johnson. The voting rights for blacks in the South was Texas Senator Lyndon Baines Johnson, the future president, who, along with Democratic Senator Robert C. Byrd of West Virginia, fought tooth and nail to keep blacks from receiving legal recourse under the Constitution. Senator Byrd himself had, in the early 1940s, recruited about 150 of his friends and relatives and other associates to create a new chapter of the Ku Klux Klan in Sophia, West Virginia. He later changed his political position on civil rights as well, but remained a Democrat. Despite his long history of being previously opposed to the various civil rights bills, LBJ signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 largely due to political pressure and the rise of figures like Republican Barry Goldwater, who opposed federal overreach and supported racial equality. This alienated many white Southern Democrats, also known as Dixiecrats, who had historically opposed integration and supported segregation.
That's a Democrat flag. And according to y'all, this happened after the switch. This was after the switch, according to y'all. But they were still Democrats. Because every time I tell y'all that the party actually, if they considered it a switch that happened, it happened in the 60s. But I don't know. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all be talking about.
This was when the Republican Party began to appeal to Southern Democrats who wanted limited government in their lives, greater states' rights, and the social conservative platform of Republicans began to appeal to many Southerners who were drifting away from the racial mindset. Goldwater's posture and perceived hardline stance against communism was in alignment with conservatives, but it was also used against him, a position which LBJ initially claimed.
Who was that shaking hand with LBJ? Mr. MLK. Mr. MLK, boy, that's a rabbit hole y'all really need to go down. If y'all go down that rabbit hole with MLK, y'all ain't gonna want y'all kids learning about him no more during Black History Month. Because I don't know if y'all knew, but MLK didn't write now one of his speeches. And the people who wrote his speeches are known Russian communists. Because they don't tell us in the history. They don't tell us in his story that MLK was holding prayer conferences over in Russia. Speaking to the Communist Party. They don't tell us that, but it is written and it is true. All you gotta do is just go research it. But let go, man.
Publicly to be opposed to, despite his later creating the Gulf of Tonkin incident as a ruse to get legislation passed to send American combat troops to South Vietnam. Due to the creation of welfare and other entitlements by the Johnson administration in order to buy the black vote through generational patronage, Democrats had a durable base among minorities, urban voters, and socially liberal intellectuals.
And this is why a lot of people still consider that party racist, because they still have those same three voter base: religious, conservative, anti-immigration. But that don't mean that the motherfuckers know how to vote. Cause you might can tell the motherfucker racist, but you don't know what the fuck he going to mark in that voter booth. For real.
Also, Southern Democrats were anti-legal immigration into their states, while the Northern Democrats promoted legal immigration. Also, Southern Protestants were typically more religious and church-going, while the Northern, East, and West Coast Democrats began to walk away from organized religion and adopted pro-Marxist platforms, which were deemed by Southern conservatives as anti-American. This all triggered a backlash, and Johnson famously said, "We have lost the South for a generation, but we have the black vote for the next 200 years.
And this ain't exactly what he said. And I'm going to pose right here what he said. And I'm going to let y'all read that for a little minute. If y'all ain't reading too slow, I know some of y'all can't read. But yeah, he ain't say nothing about having the black vote. He said he gonna have them niggas voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And is he lying? Hell no, that nigga ain't lying. Cause y'all motherfuckers love some Democrats. And just for the record, you do not have to vote Democrat just cause you black. You don't have to do it. You don't. I'm here to tell you. And I'm also here to tell you that if you do decide to vote for the other side, motherfuckers go hate you. People you know all your life, nigga, go hate the hell out of you. They gonna hate the hell out of you. And watch that oppressor come out of them. Them motherfuckers gonna get real hateful, boy. You tell a motherfucker, you tell a black person you vote a Republican, man. I seen it. If you don't know, if you ain't never voted for the other side and you ain't expressed publicly that you voted for the other side, you won't understand where I'm coming from. This is a whole nother fucking universe, nigga. Like, if black people find out you voted Republican, bro, you gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. And if you vote a Republican, if you black and you vote a Republican and you expressed it publicly, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. If you have a comment, I wanna know your story. I wanna know your story, man. Cause if you go in the comments, goddamn it, and you black and you sign with the Republicans, man, you about to get hate from the alphabet community, black people. You about to be hated by every race. And the only motherfucker that gonna come save you is the white motherfucker they been telling you been racist all along. They're the only motherfucker that gonna come save you. And it's like, that shit there is eye-opening, bro. Like, I've been taught all my life that these the motherfuckers that's supposed to be hateful. But it's really these motherfuckers over here. Yeah, man, but like I say, if you ain't never voted for the other side, you won't know what I'm talking about. And if you just decide ever think about it, just want to test the waters, you ain't even got to be serious. Just post something say something nice about Donald Trump on your post one day. Yeah, if you like to troll, post something nice about Donald Trump on your post one day and just watch what happens. It's gonna people that ain't never come in on your shit before. That's gonna come on to your shit ready to disagree. And if you want to get your engagement up, bro, support Donald Trump. You ain't even gotta like him. If you just want to keep your engagement up and you want them checks, say something good about Donald Trump, man. That shit, y'all. Cause people gonna engage. People gonna engage, bro. That's a guaranteed engagement. Guaranteed. Always work.
This was the moment when many Southern white voters, alienated by civil rights policies and federal welfare expansion, began to shift toward the Republican Party, not because the GOP embraced racism, but because it promoted limited government, states' rights, and traditional family values. Another factor aiding in the shift was the Vietnam War, which also divided the country along political lines, and LBJ took the greatest criticism from his own party as a result. Democrats were heavily divided on Vietnam as well. The majority of politically liberal Democrats opposed their own Democrat President Johnson regarding U.S. involvement, while more conservative Democrats and Republicans either took a neutral or pro-American involvement in fighting communism. In 1968, Richard M. Nixon ran on the presidential GOP ticket, and he courted disaffected Southern whites using code words like law and order, states' rights, and opposition to forced busing, while still maintaining the GOP support for black rights, which still divided Democrats. This opened the door for Republicans, notably Richard Nixon and later Ronald Reagan, who used what has become known as the Southern Strategy to gain support in the South by appealing to concerns about federal overreach against states' rights and cultural change. Richard Nixon's Southern Strategy emphasized law and order and opposition to federal busing policies, which was a big deal to Democrats, appeals that resonated with voters frustrated by cultural and political upheaval. Nixon had campaigned on getting out of Vietnam, which satisfied many of both parties' voters and also added Southern whites to Republican rolls. Nixon also ended the Democrat-created Tuskegee syphilis experiment program created by Democrats, among other legislation. And this experiment program rolls satisfied many of both parties' voters and also added Southern whites to Republican rolls. Nixon also ended the Democrat-created Tuskegee syphilis experiment program created by
So Nixon got rid of the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. And if you know about that, you know. If you know, you know. I'm pretty sure y'all know because y'all talk about it every Black History Month. Y'all talk about it all the time. So y'all can't lie like y'all didn't know. But y'all know what y'all didn't know, that a Republican president put a stop to it. And if, like, and then that's when you had to ask the question, bro, like, if he's supposed to be a part of the racist party, the party that don't like black people, why would he stop that from happening? Why? And the party we vote for and love, it was started by them. They didn't stop it. If they was the party against racism and like black people, they would have been the ones to stop it, but they didn't. They were the one that started it. So why would the party of the racist people do that? Then the kind of question I ask myself.
Democrats, among other legislation, and see our video on Nixon. Ronald Reagan later unified these groups into a larger conservative coalition, business leaders, evangelicals, and working class whites, under the banner of small government and anti-socialist policies. Democrats became the party of urban centers, progressives, minorities, and coastal elites. They eventually abandoned the Ku Klux Klan, which they had created after the Civil War and supported for a century because the hate group had become too toxic. Republicans attracted religious conservatives, rural voters, small business owners, and working class traditionalists, especially in the South and Midwest, as progressive Democrats, especially in the North, turned away from supporting religion, which conservatives found appalling. Yes, it is true that some Democrat figures switched parties, like Strom Thurmond of South Carolina, but the idea that the GOP adopted the racist legacy of the Democratic South is misleading and patently false. The Ku Klux Klan, for instance, was never embraced by the GOP. In fact, the Reagan administration helped dismantle it legally and financially, effectively destroying it. Over the years, Democrats embraced more progressive positions on gun control, gender identity, immigration, and race. They allied with activist groups like Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and others whose critics argued furthered social and political division and supported wanton violence. Meanwhile, many centrist and conservative Democrats, especially in the South, left the party altogether, becoming Republicans or independents. This wasn't a swap, it was an evolution. In essence, the Democrats who have revised their history to remove the stains of slavery, Jim Crow, and violence against blacks have lost control. Democrats love to identify Republicans as being the party of racist and anti-middle class workers. They claim that Republicans adopted all the evils of the old Democrats while never acknowledging the fact that the Democrats were the progenitors of the evil they now claim to oppose. So let's set the record straight. The Republican Party did not become the party of racism. The Democratic Party didn't suddenly erase its legacy of slavery, segregation, opposition to civil rights, lynching, and violence. The great lie that was created and still pushed by Democrats is that the Great Switch included the Republicans adopting a racist and domestic terror policy and embracing groups such as the Ku Klux Klan, which never happened. In fact, it was under Reagan that the Klan was finally destroyed. However, ultra-right nationalist groups that arose have traditionally been Republican in their voting habits since the late 1970s, while ultra-left domestic terror groups remained entrenched within the Democrat Party, replacing the far-right Democrats created and supported KKK. In fact, the modern Democrats today still support active violence. But did the parties really switch? Well, not exactly. There was no official swap of platforms or party names. Instead, there was a gradual realignment of coalitions. The Republican base grew in the South and included all these previous groups because they were socially conservative working-class Americans, and recently many Democrats who abandoned their party and registered as Republicans or independents actually voted for Donald Trump. The Reagan Revolution in the 1980s brought together business interests and everyone else who felt disenfranchised by Democrat politics, and they united under the GOP brand using an anti-liberal, anti-socialist states' rights message and limited government platform. This shift was a gradual realignment of voters' ideologies and regional priorities, not a clean switch. The Democrat platform wanted to abolish the Second Amendment. That was a large part of the political shift in politics. Over time, Democrats became more aligned with the urban minority and progressive voter in major cities on the East and West Coast and in large northern and even some southern cities, while the Republicans have attracted and contained and retained rural, religious, and conservative voters, particularly in the South and Midwest. More recent Democrat-supported criminal entities such as Black Lives Matter and Antifa, and see our video on BLM, and even their left-wing socialist predecessors like the Weather Underground terrorists, and also see our video.
And now, if y'all want to learn some shit, the Weather Underground Terrorist Group, well, I know some of y'all probably ain't never heard of them before. And y'all seeing them today. Y'all just think they them. But y'all got to go back and research history, man. Y'all got to pretty much distinguish the types of people. It may look the same, but at the same time, those are different types of people with their own ideologies. We all are. And to me, nowadays, but, you know, I think it's lame for everybody to be thinking the same damn way, bro. Where is your uniqueness? Everybody claim they different, bro, but a lot of y'all just on the same shit. Think the same way, bro. I can't be around nobody that think the same way all the time. Like, bro, you ain't got no type of ambitions or nothing. Like, all you do is wake up and complain every day. Man, it's stressful thinking about it.
On them remained loyal to and were supported by the Democrats and still are to this day. These actions drove conservative Democrats even further away from the party and further divided Democrats and forced others to change affiliation. The argument had been that the parties literally swapped the names and positions, but the parties evolved gradually and their ideological coalition shifted, and Democrat methods remained pretty much the same. Today's political map reflects decades of migration, economic change, and cultural.
So if you ever just really want to say there was a switch, the switch would have occurred when Obama was in office. Because hear me out. If they were as racist as we think they are, Obama was president for 8 years, bro. Didn't have no assassination attempt on his life. No assassination attempt. Man, how racist are they? Because down there happened to goddamn Trump. So you telling me it couldn't happen to Obama? 8 years. Come on now. It don't make sense to me. But hey, that's just my opinion though. Y'all willing to take from what you will.
Realignment, not a simple party flip. African American voters, who largely supported the GOP after the Civil War, began overwhelmingly voting Democrat after the 1960s due to the laws passed by LBJ and the black support regarding both parties still favor the Democrats.
And I wanna know. Every time I get in a debate with somebody about, what I'm saying, Trump, they always ask me what he gonna do for me. And I always get them the same response. One thing in particular, the Music Monetization Act, which a lot of people benefit from right now. Cause like the streaming money ain't just get beneficial out of nowhere. If you ain't noticed. And then I always ask them, what have the Democratic Party ever gave us? Like, think about that. What have they gave us? That was beneficial for the culture. What have they gave us? Leave it in the comments. Other than welfare, single parent household, Medicaid. Like, they ain't did shit but handicap us, if you ask me. And the crazy part about it, and it's always another group of people over here arguing. They split up the black homes. It was in the plan. They plan to split up the black homes. Whoop the whoop. We know who caused it. And yet y'all still vote for him. Let go.
But in far less numbers today. It's not about who changed names. It's about who showed up and what they stood for. People generally vote with their pocketbooks, and Democrat policies have always increased taxes, reduced employment opportunities, increased interest and mortgage rates, increased nonsensical spending at home and abroad, as well as increased the general cost of living. But perhaps the greatest driving force sending former Democrats to the middle or right were the Biden administration's policies on taxpayers funding millions of illegal immigrants, importing and increasing violent crime, and the liberal Democrat supporting and George Soros funded mainstream media being caught in thousands of lies.
And if you don't know about George Soros, shame on you. As much as black people like to talk about the Illuminati, his name always get brought up when folks talk about the Illuminati. Like, and he's Jewish. And he was living during the Holocaust. And you can look it up. There's an interview he had. And he told the reporter that the Holocaust was some of the best days of his life. Now, we all know there's two things you gonna know about: the Holocaust and slavery. And this man said the Holocaust was the best time of his life. He said that out of his own mouth. The interview on YouTube, I might do one on it one day. But and allegedly he was helping Nazi soldiers to find Jews that was hiding out. Because the Jews were trusting him because he was a Jew. But he sold them out to the Nazis. Allegedly. Yeah. So if you don't know George Soros, you need to. And everybody always talk about the media be lying. Woo. This is the man who controls it. Every news station. Just last year, he bought up all the radio stations. Bought over 200 of them. And there ain't no cap. It's out there. All you gotta do, just go look for it. All the answers y'all be wanting to know is out there, bro. But y'all don't want to do the research. Y'all rather watch a little short minute video of somebody talking about it. More than likely, it's somebody talking about it from a emotional perspective and not logically. And then that's how they get y'all too. They gonna hit y'all. They gonna hit you with you. They gonna hit you in your emotions. They gonna try to get you to, like, a good way to peep it when you talking to somebody about it. They always gonna use situations where they gonna put you in it and have you to envision some sad shit happening to you. And most people give in to some shit like that. Well, like, nah, see, I don't let that shit happen. So if you ever want to debate me, just don't think I'm going to get emotional about it. And I'm not going to let you get emotional about it. I don't talk loud. I don't talk fast. I'm going to let you talk. All I ask, just just allow me to speak. That's all I want. I just want my speaking time. I'm going to talk to you calm. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I know these types of conversations can get ugly when it comes to politics. So if you ever wanted to, I'm willing to talk to anybody about it. But just don't. I ain't gonna get emotional about it because I don't think it's really that serious to be getting my emotions about this shit. For real. But let go, man.
Supporting Democratic criminal activities and creating conspiracies against conservatives. And see our video on George Soros. So, to set the record straight, the two parties didn't switch names or trade platforms. What changed were their coalitions, the kinds of voters they attracted, and the cultural issues they championed. So yes, there was a switch of sorts, but it was simply a matter of those citizens with a socially and fiscally conservative mindset drifting more to the political right to whom they were aligned, and today's socialist liberal tax and spend collective remaining on the left. It is as simple as that. Thank you for watching this episode of Forgotten History. If you liked what you saw, please.
So yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think, man. And the more and more I look up this whole little situation, I mean, everybody's saying the same thing. If you just if you dig the way I dig, I ain't just about to read something just because of headline. And then that's another way they be fooling y'all too. They make these headlines sound so fucking horrible when you actually get to reading that shit that it really ain't actually what it was made out to be. The title just, and yeah, the way they know how to play with words to get y'all to, they play with words in a way to infiltrate y'all emotions. That's how come they had a hold on black people for so long, because they in control of our emotions. Pretty much your soul. If you can put a Democrat and a Republican in a room and have the average black person walk into a room and tell them he's Republican, he's Democrat. And 10 times out of 10, the black person gonna think that the Democrat, all right, they got to be the cool one. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. I ain't bullshit. Automatically. Don't even get the other motherfucker a chance. Once you put that label on them, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Especially for black folks. We don't play. When it comes to racism and slavery, we don't play. We don't play. That's why it's a big ass misunderstanding. And black people wonder why shit ain't getting better for us. This is why shit ain't getting better for us. Because the only thing we worth to them is welfare, Medicaid, EBT, child support, abortions. Everything that plagued the black community is in charge of some Democrats. And another little statistic y'all might want to look into, because another thing that Democrats like to refer to is that the Republicans are the party of billionaires. And if you're willing to go down that rabbit hole, you will see that majority of billionaires in this country, and pretty much majority of people that vote Democrat, are the people with the money. They are statistically are probably the most educated people. Y'all the ones with all the money. So when y'all talk about taxing the rich, it don't make no sense. And for a billionaire to get on stage and say that we have to tax the rich. What's his name? J.B. Pritzker, governor of Illinois. He a billionaire. Y'all really think he finna let y'all tax him? Come on now. Black people, it's time for us to actually show how smart the fuck we are. It's time for us to stop talking about it and start showing how smart we fucking are. and stop bullshitting with each other. Because I honestly don't like to talk about racism because my main focus, my fight is to get us to goddamn it start supporting each other and stop wanting to crash out all the fucking time, man. We really need to. We got some black people. We got some emotional healing that we need to do, bro. Y'all want reparations. I want our souls back. Cause we gone too far off the goddamn deep end. And all I see on social media is us joining somebody else's fight. Because they preying us in using our emotions to connect with their fight. And their fight ain't nowhere near how the fuck our fight was. That would be pissing me off. And I ain't got no problems with no other race. I ain't trying to incite no violence. I'm just trying to get black people to wake up and get our shit in order, bro. And it might be some comment. It might be some people in the comments. Well, white people, man, look at here. Don't come over here with that. Don't come over here with that bullshit. I ain't talking about white people. I'm focused on black people. So when you come talking to me, as soon as you bring white people in the mix, I'ma automatically start ignoring you. Cause I see where your head at. Right now, 2025, it's time to get up out them sad ass excuses we be having. Swear somebody holding you back when you never even attempted to try. That's what be getting me, bro. People scream systematic racism and all that, and they never even tried. Don't have no ambition to do anything, but you have the nerve to comment and post on this shit daily, and you not doing anything to better your surroundings. I ain't even gonna say community, because a lot of us ain't, you know what I'm saying? Starting with the community first, you're thinking too big. Nah, we gotta start small first. We gotta first off, we gotta get our families back together. We gotta get our families back together. Me and my partners were talking about the other day about, cause where I grew up, across that highway, it was, I don't know about nowhere else in Shaw. I can't speak on no other neighborhood. But across that highway, it was a village on that side. I ain't gonna cap to you. The grown folks on that side, they protected us from bullshit. You feel me? If we got into some bullshit, that was our choice. But goddamn it, when we didn't grow up, shit won't for nothing. Nothing. When my partner came to the crib, they really didn't have to knock. I'm laying in the bed, sleep. All I know, I just these niggas bust in the room, waking me up. I'm looking at my mom like, why you let these niggas in here, man? I ain't ready to get up yet. I ain't ready to go outside and play, man. But damn, let go. We need that back, bro. Cause right now, half of us can't even trust our kids around y'all motherfucking kid, bro. We need that back. Bad. Bad. But I don't know though. Some people want it, some people don't. And that's another thing here. Some black people just scared to leave black people behind, bro. I'm one of 'em. People constantly tell me, man, shit, man, you gotta move about that motherfucker, man. I'd be like, nah, man, these motherfuckers, it's good people around here. And I think these people deserve good shit. Why not us, bro? We deserve good shit too. I'm tired of talking to motherfuckers, goddamn it, out of state, still thinking we in slavery and shit. Man, fuck off. Niggas realize think we still in slavery in Mississippi, bro. Don't let the media fool y'all, man. And it's still some niggas down here still thinking they in slavery, man. Like, man, don't let the media fool y'all, bro. I'll be 37 next month. I still ain't had a goddamn burning cross in my damn yard. But hey, and I ain't saying it's not out there now. You know, it's still out there now. But I ain't trying to hear shit about no white supremacy. Cause first of all, I don't think they more supreme than me. Any some bitch that claim they're white supremacists, bit you is not more supreme than me. And I stand behind that. One on one, oh man. Y'all do right to goddamn it put hoods on and travel in packs. Y'all do right. If y'all tried it one on one, bro, like we wouldn't even be having a discussion. Racism would have been stopped. Racism would have been stopped. If y'all thinking y'all most supreme, like why not get the one on one? You should want it. Hell. You Mr. Tough Guy. You should want it. Shit, I think you should. Box it out. I'm pretty damn sure a lot of goddamn black men will agree. Cause man, we sick of it. I'm sick of all the hate. And it crazy, bro, cause shit don't even have to happen, bro. Folks just be creating bullshit. Just to cater to their emotions. That's the shit that irritate me. That's why I don't give a fuck what I say on goddamn social media. I just figure people, goddamn it, rather hear some more shit than always hearing about goddamn it racism and goddamn politics all the time. Like, damn, talk about something else. How was your fucking day? It is politics, racism, black women versus black men. Every day somebody mad, bro. Why, man? Why y'all letting them people get y'all mad, bro? Control your emotions, bro. Long as they don't put their hands on you. If they put their hands on you, wear their ass out. But if they don't put their hands on you, bro, man, walking away don't make you no bitch, bro. It's a whole lot of peace down there, bro. If you looking for peace, learn how to walk your motherfucking ass away. Peace, bro. Everybody should want a little taste of peace, man. It's there. The only thing you gotta do is just go out and get it. Them motherfuckers will be alright. I promise you, them motherfuckers will be alright. And if they don't like it, cool. Let them be. If they put their hands on you, touch their, if they put their hands on you, touch their shit, or touch your shit, I mean, then by law here, you have a right to goddamn retaliate. I ain't the same violence. I'm just saying, if a motherfucker put their hands on you, handle it. But if they don't, bro, walk away. It's cool. Cause me, myself, I ain't gonna concede, you know, bitch. I consider that being the man. Even when your woman arguing with you and you think you gonna do it, nigga, walk your ass away. It ain't that damn serious for you want to put your hands on a woman now. We don't condone that over here. Just walk away, bro. It's alright. Just walk away, bro. Walking away don't make you no bitch. I'm here to tell you. It's cool, bro. You still can be the biggest ape in the jungle. And if you walk away, bro, motherfuckers will know not to fuck with you. If you establish like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you saying right now. As long as you don't put your hands on me, everything good, and just walk off. Still watch your back, cause that shit gonna set the other motherfucker off. They ain't gonna like that. They gonna feel like they been hoed. And they have been hoed, cause that's man shit. Walk your ass away, man. Women too, walk your ass away. It's cool. Emotional intelligence is important. Like I said, bro, black people as a whole need some emotional healing. And I know white people need some emotional healing too. But we ain't talking about them right now. We on us. We on us. I'm gonna talk to you like an uncle, on Uncle Mill. If you want to call me Uncle Mill, you can call me Uncle Mill. You can call me OG. I'm one of them. I'm one of them old head. I'm one of them. I ain't gonna talk to you to cater to your feelings. Shit gotta make sense. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out here, man. I ain't got off work. I ain't been asleep yet. I know I'm finna go in here and sleep good. But yeah, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think of the content, man. Holla at your boy, baby.